Alright, hello everyone. So, I want to do a game that I thought would be very lovely to play. It's a game I find myself coming back to every now and then, and is just so wonderfully done that I feel like it's about high time I shared it with you guys. Okay? So, nope, wrong. Alt G. I hit Windows G, not Alt G. So, welcome to the first tree. Do that. Do that. There we go. Alright, let's go. Not doing any speedruns. Nope. Why is... There we go. I fucking love the soundtrack here. It's so well done.
Hi, my name is David Whaley, and I'm the creator of The First Tree. I also voice a character named Joseph. So I just wanted to introduce you to this commentary mode, tell you that you can find interesting things about how I made this game by touching the speech bubbles you see in the world. So I hope you enjoy it.
If people do not enjoy the commentary mode, I'll turn it off, but I just want it. It's there for me
Are
as
you
well.
awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Toggle run.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes, I can't get those eyes out of my head.
Those low
She was
poly
running
eyes.
in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
So, the main thing with this game is it's two simultaneous stories. As you heard, it's Joseph and Rachel as one story. The other story is we actually see throughout as the fox. I will say the gravity could be a little kinder. Huh. Sorry, I'm just dealing with some stuff. God damn it! Why is my controller fucking disconnecting? This never happens. Why? So how's everyone's day been? Yo! Oh, hold on, there's something over there. Sorry, I love having to deal with shit. Alright, one thing, alright, I gotta fix something real quick because of fucking course I do. Luck of the Apocalypse loves giveth and it fucketh with me. So all computers... Oh my god. So while laptop's booting up for me to patch something, I'm going to keep playing. Dreams at night.
I'll try not to spoil too much since a lot of this game ties into the very last act, which is the epilogue, I call it. But you'll notice there's lots of items around, and that's kind of what the first tree is about, is like exploring this land and trying to figure out why they're there, what they were used for, and it's kind of explained that this is a dream for Joseph, but it's something different, and it's not supposed to be like your average dream. It's supposed to be something a little deeper. So pay attention to all the items that are around and try to figure out how they tie into the story.
So we've got a tent, a park bench, and a sleeping bag. I'll let you guys ruminate on that while I fucking figure out what is wrong. Alright, that should hopefully fix it. Hey, Jam. Playing some First Tree. It's honestly, this is one of my fucking favorite games, and it's so cheap. It's like 2 hours of playtime, but it's still so fucking good. How are you doing, Jam? Okay, so basically hit that edge. I saw you and Void were in a VC. What were you guys talking about? Oh, this game looks... Yeah, it's really... Yeah. Good. I am doing pretty okay.
So it's usually at this point where people say something like, "This is not the kind of game I was expecting."
You're right.
And
I
that
was
happened a lot
expecting
at PAX West when I showed it. We'd have little kids play it, but then they see a dead fox cub, or a kit is technically the word, but cub sounds, I don't know, it sounds better. Like Wes Anderson uses it in Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I thought cub would be alright. But anyway, having this game, I wanted it to be more serious. This game's based on dealing with the death of my father, which was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me and my family. But I don't want to talk about it here, and I didn't want to talk about it with anybody really to this day still. It's very personal. And that's why I made this game. That's exactly the reason. Because I wanted to get those feelings out and like communicate with people without like talking about it. And so that's what the First Tree is. It's me dealing with my feelings, and it was a personal project, and it was just me, and it actually, like, I'm really glad I made it, but it wasn't easy to make, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected.
Poor kid.
She couldn't stay though. She had to find her other
How much
two
is this
children.
game? It's like $5 or $10,
So she
depending
took
on where
that
you're getting
path.
at.
She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers. The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Huh, you can't even see the bird. Come on. You let me get the rabbit. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Ad break for 4. Yeesh. Come on. Let me have him. Let me have him. Let me have him. Let me get a dash, please. Yeah, got an achievement. Here today, catch your first bunny. I think I had more time for that stealth, which could have been good. Oh, damn! This one's speedy. Come on. Rockin' hard place, bitch. That's the second one. Or that's 3. I think that's all 3.
The bunnies were added because my wife, Elise, who also voices Rachel in the game, who's also helped a ton to make the game, as we were playing, she just said the world felt kind of empty and not alive enough. So I knew we needed to add some kind of life, and so the bunnies was like the first idea that came to mind. And like most of the game, I use like publicly available assets to speed up production because I was working full time along with making this game, and we just had our first baby, a little girl named Evelyn. So I was messing with this asset called Herd Sim, and at one point, like the generation script that creates variations of the sizes of the bunny. One time I got out of control and it made like this monster bunny that towered over everybody. And I shared that GIF on Imager and Reddit, and that was a huge hit. It helped definitely gain an audience for this game. But it's hard because this game is like so serious. It's about life and death, not giant bunnies. But I knew I needed something like a shout out to that because it was pretty fun. So if you're able to catch all the bunnies on this map, I think there's around 13, then you'll get a special surprise. So good luck.
Alright, so we gotta find all the bunnies. I think we got 3 right there, so we need 10 more. Jam, you still with me?
I feel like one of the best ways to make an exploration game feel worth it, or to reward the player, is to have as many secrets as possible. Like some of my favorite games like Dear Esther and Gone Home and Firewatch. I love those story-driven games. And they're kind of like these mystery boxes where if you put in a lot of effort, if you look closely, the world reveals itself to you better. So there are like secrets in the first tree, See if you can find one of these hidden items by digging around in these unmarked spots around this area.
I'm trying to find... Oh, there we go.
He was kind of the manly man type, but one thing that still surprises me is his vase collection. Some guys collect shot glasses of all the different places they were stationed at, but my dad wanted jars and pots. I think underneath his rough appearance, he was gentle, and he admired craftsmanship above all else. He never talked about the places he was stationed at, but he loved talking about how unique each piece of pottery was.
It's like, oh, it's 2 doves, I think. That's cool. That's fucking cool. I think I see some bunnies over there. No, oh, it's miraculous spots, okay. Can I dig anywhere? No, okay. Let's see like that. Ball. Release the ball.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friend had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Such a well done story game. It really is, Jim. Alright, well, we gotta find some more rabbits. Okay, so these like, oh my god, I used to go nuts on these things. Alright. Joseph, okay. Oh, so it's a desk. It's his desk. Okay, so we got that. You'd hide something. Hydration, thanks, bro. Rabbits. Go. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, you nearly doubled into me. Did you count? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I think he counted. Thanks, Leon. Alright, that counted. Big stretch. Come on, tell me. Yep, okay, he counted. The problem is I don't know which one to count because I can't mark them. Alright. I think I got all three. Honestly, I really recommend you guys play this game as well. Like, I know I'm basically I'm going to share the entire experience, but it's still one of those games where it's, yeah, you should play this, you know? Hold off on going there. Yeah, it seems like a nice game to chill to. Yeah. Which is why we're gonna have a chill night, hopefully. Holy shit, is that a tank? Hopefully it's a toy. I thought it was a boat from a ways away. Must be in reference to the dad being deployed. Or, I don't know if that counts. Parkour! Parkour! Wooden duck. Hey, the fox keeps on moving. Alaska.
A lot of people have gotten confused why Joseph's father is called a sourdough, and It's not stated outright at the beginning of the game, but Joseph and his dad, they grew up in Alaska. And I don't have a real connection to Alaska except through friends who lived there, and it was also the place that me and my dad were gonna go right before he passed away. But I love the idea of Alaska being like this beautiful solitary place. But anyway, what that has to do with sourdough is it's an Alaskan slang term about like someone who lives in the backwoods, like a redneck in Alaska. So I thought that was just to put some authenticity into the game. I added that word.
Well, there you go. You learned something new.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
There it is upstairs.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
So here's the upscaled carved tank. Honestly, for something carved, this is pretty... There's a lot of details here. I mean, would you look at this? Like, I can't say how hard it would be to carve, like, all these minute details, like, all the intricate details, into, like, a block of wood. Like, if someone here has whittling... Is it whittling? Yeah, it's whittling experience. If anyone here has whittling experience, you can tell me how hard it is. But from what I understand, doing details like that would be pretty fucking hard. Can I? No, I can't. Oh, damn it. There we go. Keep your eyes peeled for rabbits, boys. It's rabbit season.
Do you remember what
It
my
really
dad
is.
did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
Any some more of Joseph's notebooks? Anything I can dig up around here? No. Okay. How have you been, Rose? No, god damn it. Why? I mean, I'm honest, I got my COVID and flu shots the other day, but I feel like you're kind of in the more troubling situation. Why? Why did you do this to yourself again? Hey. Why would you have control over its oh, the weather. God damn this blasted weather. Gonna break the weather's legs at this rate. But in all seriousness, people, please play this game. It's so fucking underrated and it is so well done. You're gonna like that. Well, Mother Nature can come and try and kill me. She's gonna have a harder time than she'd like. Virginia?
I feel like one of the main reasons people play small indie games is because they are so personal and intimate. So I tried to put myself into this game as much as possible. So almost all the vignettes or little stories you hear in this game, they come from my childhood, where I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Central Virginia in the United States. So yeah, that's probably why I love games like this so much, where you explore this open, wide environment and just find interesting things, because that's exactly what I did as a kid.
It does feel, it's very nice, it's very nice. I got sick yesterday and feel slightly better since I slept the whole day a whole lot, but I have a parent teacher for work, so hopefully, maybe you can just say you're shifting into online, so that way you don't infect anyone. Bruh, someone's about to lose their license. That's not how you park a school bus. Jesus Christ, what does the world come to? Excuse me? Excuse me? You can't park here. You cannot park here. Excuse me? Oh my god. Bus drivers, am I right?
Thought it was important to say that, yes, I actually did draw this with crayons. And it was just funny to me one day that I was like, I'm working on my game, and I pulled out my little 1-year-old's like crayon set to draw this item for this game. I just realized just now that I probably threw away the original. I probably should have kept it and given it away to somebody, but oh well. The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot. Mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
So I can't, nothing major, just like headaches and slight sore throat. So if anything, I just show up in a mask. I'm the main teacher there, so I can't really leave. She is a new lead as well. Ooh, okay. That's fun. Well. Dad says it's my turn on the swings. God, I'll say, I've said it once already this stream and I'll say it again. This soundtrack is fucking gorgeous. But at least I am only there till 4 p.m. if not earlier. Alright. It's so calming. Game looks so pretty. I recommend getting it. It's I know it's on Steam and Epic and as well as Xbox. So it's definitely worth getting.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in
Audio
mailboxes,
Monster.
hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me. This is the level that I showed at PAX West, which was a crazy dream come true that this hobby project was being shown next to all these amazing indie games. So I decided to show this level because it's smaller, there's like some jumping puzzles, and I thought it was a good entry into the game. But the one thing I can't seem to forget is right before we opened to the public, there was an indie dev superstar. Like, you've definitely heard of his games. And I was like terrified. He wanted to try it out. So I said, of course, like, please give me your feedback. And he was super nice, super talented, of course. But this embarrassing bug happened, which I'd never seen before in my life, where when he dug the item up, he jumped right after, and it created the dust cloud to permanently be on the rest of the level. It wouldn't turn off. So it looked like this fart cloud following the fox as it just kept running with this beautiful music and serious voiceover. And it was horrible. I think about that every time I look at this level. But, you know, I was able to fix it, so I'm glad someone could at least find that bug.
That's hilarious and horrible.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while.
Can I?
The next thing I knew,
this?
we were careening around the mountain
No,
path,
thank you.
rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Police station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't really read that, but I can read Otter Lake. Hey. Nice.
I always wanted this game to be very meditative and relaxing, but I know there's a balance between keeping the player's interest. So I added this butterfly jumping mechanic just to spice things up. I used a plugin called Playmaker for Unity, which in a visual editor lets you do interactive things, which is perfect for me because I do come from a film and design background. But on the flip side, I really wish I was good at code, because this jumping mechanic, the jumping mechanic in the whole game actually has frustrated a lot of players. But hopefully I've been able to fine tune it, so it should feel a lot better now. I would just hate that this meditative game would get frustrating, so I've definitely I've lowered the gravity, I've made the jumps more consistent, so hopefully people can just focus on the world and the story.
Hopefully this game is helping with your illness. I mean, it can't really, but you know what I'm talking about. Just kind of, hopefully it's putting everyone at ease. Look at all the pretty butterflies. Yay. And I keep on moving and I keep on. It's causing some nice relaxation. Barbershop. What was that? Why was that what it was like? A bear. What is a bear? What is a bear?
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Damn it.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager.
Hey, Bo.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was
That was
saying,
strange.
"Make this right," to himself. more than to me.
That was Dreambow. There we go. Hey. Let me shout you out. Oh, give me a second. I'll grab him in a sec.
My biggest hope for the players that are playing is that they realize how similar these two parallel stories are, of this fox looking for her missing cubs and also of this son reconnecting with his father. And so I try to add little touches in the voiceover and in the environment to help draw those parallels, even if they seem totally dissimilar. A big example is the truck, for instance, that Joseph grew up with. It's purple and yellow like the butterflies for this fox. So I tried to add as many touches like that throughout the story as possible.
Butterflies.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time. You may have noticed there's a little pond here, and believe it or not, I tried everything I could to get swimming working in this game, and I just could not do it, unfortunately. And so all the water in this game you can just stand in, which is, it still like bums me out, but the systems were not working, it was buggy. So I just had to throw it out, which, you know, I think it's okay. Like, I wish it was there, but again, the focus of this game is on the story.
Hey, there we go.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Well, I got no answer for you there, Joseph. Well, that was an accident. Alright. Let's keep moving. Some stars over here. It is, yeah. It's very lush. It's something I look forward to in my forests. Will say I wish I did have a map so that way I can make sure like I'm getting all the check marks. You know?
Earlier, I said I just love going through video games and exploring, like looking at every nook and cranny and just trying to find little details. And I think that started because in middle school and high school, I would make mods for my favorite games, namely Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Far Cry. And I loved like this huge world of mod makers who would make these levels and it'd be like the most random creative things, and I would just love exploring, usually multiplayer levels by myself. So even though I went to college for film, before that, like before high school, I was making video games and mods, and it was my favorite thing in the world. I made a ton of different levels. I made an abandoned space hotel with a dance floor and cafeteria. I made a haunted campground with cabins and tents. I made this whole city with like the first ever day-night cycle with running showers and stuff in the hotel and the apartment buildings. And I just loved making those mods. And I think that carries over to my game, The First Tree, and also the one before that, Home is Where One Starts, which is it's exploration. You're just looking around and appreciating the details.
I do also recommend playing Home is Where One Starts. I've played it on stream before. Very good game. I think I need to revisit it just because I did miss some things.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Imagine the aurora borealis like appearing while you're in like a forest. That sounds, oh my god, that's fucking appealing. Oh, they aren't making that. I think I remember, like, during my initial playthrough, I got lost in this area, despite it being very easy to navigate. I was like, left, left, left. Alright, 1 of 3. Looks like we got our work cut out for us. Escape! Before I get lost! Let's go. So therapeutic, yeah. Seriously, highly recommend you guys buy it because it's an indie game, so you're supporting the developer and not some AAA game studio. Guys, so I'm heading to bed, but I hope you have a good rest of your. Hope you have a lovely day. I'll do what I can. Bye for now. Bye for now, Rose. Get better soon, please. Looks like we got something over there.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck. So we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Don't see a fishing boat. They'll block slide to me. How tragic. Oh no, it's over there. Okay. Dang it. Thought I could make it through. Oh,
My
shit.
dad only had a few mementos in the house from his time in the army. One was an old photo of his platoon, and the other was a pair of framed certificates. I like to think he kept those things so he would always remember the people he served with, and remember he kept his honor. In his mind, every other memory wasn't necessary.
I think at the barbershop sign there might have been something to dig up. And I regret not checking more thoroughly. New game? Technically, yes. Technically, no. Because it's a relatively older game. How are you doing, Jester? Missed a fair bit. Oh, can't read it. That's unfortunate. Good, just hack the Wi-Fi password from my apartment. Nice, I think? I'm not sure. Not sure if that's a good thing or not.
I did want to do something a little different with this level. I wanted it to be more open world feel, and that there was something blocking your progress, so it did encourage people to look closely and see how to unlock this blocked way. And I do like just walking around this level and listening to the beautiful music by Josh Kramer. His work really sets the mood for the whole game.
Yeah. It's fucking gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous score. Carl! I choose you, Carl! Damn, I need to play Valorant again at some point. Bunch of blueprints, alright. Graphics are so good. Fucking get the game, Jam! Get the game! Basically, the lobby has like no service, and I go there a lot. So I used one of the PC labs, and it was connected to the Wi-Fi, but then setting was blocked. Luckily, when Google searched later, there was a command I can do to get the password. Oh, cool. Storytelling 101.
Almost all stories follow the same kind of structure, and it starts with an inciting event, and then there's rising action, and then there's a climax, and then there's falling action. And it's actually really difficult to make an interesting story where you only hear these two people talking, and it's spoken through a dream that's already happened. And the most of the action is about this animal that isn't directly related to this couple at all. So I don't know what I was thinking, but my hope was that it would create some interesting things and connections that I didn't see before. And that was kind of the whole exercise of making the first tree.
You have no money? The game goes on sale relatively often. So I would recommend just wishlisting it and just waiting for it to go on sale to grab it. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero seems to be getting pretty big. I mean, that's good. Good for them. Good for Kakarot. Personally, I'm not a big Dragon Ball guy. But to each their own and all that. Oh my god, that house is sinking. Ah. Ah.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk. And I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts liked living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
No. Oh. Nice. I already checked that.
I don't think The First Tree could work at all without the music by Josh Kramer. And his music, it's actually publicly available to license, and so it was affordable for me since this was a hobby project. And it's something I like to tell new indie developers all the time. Like, you can't afford that composer, you can't afford a full-time programmer. You need to cut corners and finish your game. And the way to do that is to use these amazing publicly available assets that anyone can purchase and license. And so his music is incredible, and I actually haven't talked to him that much. I've just emailed him. But his music was nominated for Most Emotional Music at the Emotional Game Awards in France, and he's just a really nice guy. And I think there's so much amazing content out there that if you're thinking of making a game, look around and see what you can make work on a tight budget, because it worked really well for The First Tree. Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and designing, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
Like your parents, guys. At least on my behalf, you know?
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything. It was really important to me that the wolf in this story that takes the fox's cubs, that it wasn't explained at all. Like, it's just this entity that's in the background. And of course, it's supposed to represent something bigger than a wolf or even the fox. It's supposed to represent like the specter of death. And it comes when you least expect it. There's no justification. He's just there, always watching.
Slow, sloppy sound. I want the star. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. 95. Nope, that's playing, not a wolf. This poor fox. Not realizing what is happening to her. Such a wonderful game.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Well, that seems like a good place to end. No, I'm kidding. This game is short enough for me to finish an entire stream, so we're going to do that. You know what would be cool is if after Joseph said goodnight, the whole gameplay, the scene shifted, so that way, like, rather than being what I'd assumed to be late afternoon, it shifted to night. You know? That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, wait, what if I come back here? Nope. Nah, I'm not gonna...
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Hello, my name is Elise Whaley, and I was the voice actress for Rachel. I'm also David's wife, so that was convenient for working together. I was actually the voice actress for his first game, Home is Where One Starts, and I guess that I did a good enough job that David wanted me back, so I did the voice acting for this one as well. David definitely coached me through it because I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to that. Home is Where One Starts was my first time ever doing voice acting of any kind. And we watched a lot of trailers of movies we liked to get the voice right of female leads who were talking in the trailer and try to mimic that and bring that into the game. So that had the right kind of feel and the right kind of atmosphere for the voice. My character actually is the same character from Home is Where One Starts. If you've played that game, you probably connected that together. And this is her probably about 15 years later, maybe 20 years later in this game. I was happy to revisit the character of Rachel. We kind of leave her in an ambiguous spot in Home is Where One Starts. It definitely ends on a hopeful note, but there's not a lot of details. And in this game, you see that she's able to move on through a lot of her issues that she had from her abusive home and be able to start her own family and start a new cycle without that abuse, which I think is really inspiring.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
I don't know. Some dogs are like that.
So it's always interesting working with your spouse because, especially on a creative project, because they want your feedback, but it's something that's also dear to their heart, and they're dear to your heart, and you definitely don't want to hurt their feelings. So I was a little nervous when David asked me, he had finally finished writing the script, and he asked me to go over it and see what I thought. And I had minored in English. I majored in art, but I minored in English, so I felt like I had a little bit of experience. But I was definitely like a little scared because you don't want to be too harsh, but you also want to be honest. And it was the biggest relief when I read the script, and I was like, oh, good. My husband's a good writer. I don't have to change that much about this, just a few like grammatical things. And that was just like the biggest relief for me because it can be a tricky balance working with your spouse and making sure that that honesty is there, but also that love and the support is there as well.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more, I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you.
Nothing wrong with being weird, guys. God, this part has, like, I know it's just like he's lighting, the game creator, I forgot his fucking name, is just like lighting up the fox, and then, but it looks so fucking aesthetically pleasing while we're in the scenario of a starlit night with some clouds on top of reflective water. Water is reflective, but you know.
Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. something I can't put into words.
So we're talking about Home is Where One Starts a lot. So if you haven't played that game, maybe this doesn't make as much sense, or maybe this is a little
I do
plug that you
recommend
should go
playing that
play
game
it.
as well.
But in that game, it actually features one of my artworks. I work as an artist and paper cutting, actually. And David used one of my artworks as a graffitied stencil in Home is Where One Starts that's against the wall of this shack. And it actually shows up again in the first tree, just a fragment of it. The first tree, the title actually comes from one of my artworks that I made back in 2015, I want to say. And I made this artwork while I was pregnant with our first child. And it had a lot of meaning for me, and David actually helped me come up with the title. And he asked, because I was really struggling, I was like, I have no idea what to call this, and I always go to David for title ideas and to bounce ideas off of him, and that's like the only way I can ever come up with a title is by talking with him. So we were talking back and forth and looking at this artwork, and he said, well, what kind of like movies or shows were you watching while you're making the artwork? Because my work's pretty tedious, so sometimes I'll watch a show or do some Netflix binging while I'm creating it. And I was like, oh, I actually watched Tree of Life a ton. And then we're like, Tree of Life. And we started thinking more about that and then arrived at the first tree. So it started off as one of my artworks and then became a part of David's art, which I think is really cool that we were able to share that title.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
Guess we're going this way now.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
What a
It's
fucking
all
scene
just so
transition.
pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
A question I get a lot is why a fox? And it ties into just how important family is for me. And Fox is actually a family name from my wife's side, from Elise. And she always heard about the legacy of the Fox family. And because of that, growing up, it was her favorite animal. She even made these 2 wooden foxes for our wedding cake toppers.
Aw, that's
So I
sweet.
thought it would be cool to have that animal in the game while these 2 people are having this conversation in the middle of the night.
Is there anything else over here? I mean, there's probably like a hidden conversation thing. Huh. Was not expecting a Glock. Or what? Whatever gun it is. Fireplace cover thing. That seems awfully ineffective for this location. Fireplace. Back to the fireplace, people. Back. We're going back. There we go.
I watched a lot of TV in the living room, but it honestly was my dad's den, his haven. He hung sketches of animals on the walls, along with a pair of caribou antlers. He never really hunted, so he must have found them in the woods. It wasn't a trophy for a kill he made, but a reminder that after we've died and left this earth, we're still remembered by the most unlikely of individuals.
That's kind of a sweet thing to say. It's kind of sweet. Now the question is, who is still awake after like listening through this game's soundtrack? And listening to this alluring voice of mine. Damn it. Damn it. Toaster. Alright. Anything else over here? Oh, there's a little nook over here. probably the massive rabbit. Great art all around. A+. There was a way for me to turn down the fucking music, but unfortunately this is what we got. Diagonal foxing. The deer fears me, or the caribou or whatever fears me, because I am in the most bizarre position. Can someone clip this? No, I must continue. Cannot. The diagonal fox will have his day. And surprise! Get the baby, damn it. Oh. Yeah, it seems like we can't really interact with them. Which sucks, but you know. It happens, No stars over here. Are those birds making those sounds, or are those the fucking caribou making those sounds? Screen's not getting dark. Nice. Got that. Got that. Nice. Anything I'm missing? Anything at all? There's something mayhaps hidden behind this rock that may be too big for. No, it's not. No, okay. I think this is like the one of the last areas.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
Huh, that'd be a really cool place to hide an item. Like right in the middle of this fort. Alright. Really didn't look like a marking for dev commentary. I got that. Got that. What's up here?
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be
Ain't that
something,
true?
to be the next Alvaro Siza,
Who?
and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture. He also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for. Even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
Usually what catches people's attention of the first tree is the visuals, of
True.
course.
Yeah.
And I was inspired by a lot of people making these levels. The second level is inspired by just these beautiful autumn photos of a real forest. And this level, the Jade Valley, is inspired by
Jade Valley.
the artwork of Heather Penn, who did the Overland games. I just love those
I'll have to look into
greens
those.
with a lot of gray in it. I love the strong vignettes in the corners of the frame. And of course, this environment pack was made by the very talented Swedish designer Mikael Gustafsson. And of course, his initial designs inspired me, and I was able to build off of that. And I'm really grateful that he allowed his environment pack to be made publicly available.
Anything over here? Man, that is one massive spool. And chat has fallen silent for a while, but once again.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point.
Oh man, kill.
Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
By now you've probably caught on to some of the themes I love to explore in these stories. And the big one is of this tree, the first tree on Earth. And a lot of people have asked me, what does that mean? Why a tree? And basically it boils down to this delicate balance between nature and its relationship with life and death. And I love these stories where they put like these microscopic relationships, like something of like a father and a son, and juxtapose it next to this epic story of like the creation of the universe and the first tree on Earth, and how they can be equally as important, because in my mind, like, my family is as important as like the creation of the earth. And it reminds me of like some of the stories I love, like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, or The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick. Basically, I wanted to make sure the player felt that there was a higher power than themselves, and that there was something watching over them as they went through this story.
Interesting. House. Something I'm just keeping an eye out is there's supposedly another tree with Joseph marked on it, so I'm trying to see where that is as well. Hey, so
All of these memories, reminders from a time when having a shelter in the woods was all that mattered. Now the house is a tomb, ready to be abandoned and taken by the elements.
It's not a tomb yet, but it can always be a memorial if you let it.
Interesting. So there's like an earthy texture if you walk on the roof, which I don't think was intended, but welcome to game dev, everyone. What if the tree's up there? Don't think it is, but might as well check. Pretty sure I can scale from this area. 'Cause it does look slopey enough. Hey. Didn't think I could get up here, huh? Oh, of course, there's an invisible barrier. Oh well. Wait, imagine if one of the logs over here had Joseph on it. Oh my god, that'd actually be horrible. And now I'm going to check. Bandsaw. It would be, yes, pretty fucking horrifying. It's like, hey, we're kind of removing all the things you care about. Nope, guess not. Well, what tree? It's like, it has to be big enough for the name Joseph to fit on it. And it's possibly a similar style to how it was by the rock. But it's all like, it also has to kind of stand out enough, you know? I don't think the developer would put it on like the skinniest, most nonsensical looking not nonsensical, but plain. Honestly, this is a weird take, but I feel like this would be very interesting if it was like a Psychonauts level. might be a bit of a weird take, but considering like Psychonauts, it's like there's a lot of like why can't I think outside, not influence, but outside items, like as like figments or something. This would be kind of cool to like, and also like there is a lot of the case where fucking a character like they're honestly just play Psychonauts. It's gonna be easier for me to explain there. There you go.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays,
Oh, nice.
and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
What do you guys think a best boy is? Like in credits. Because that is a fair question. What the hell is a best boy? Oh my fucking god. You are the best boy. Thank you. God fucking damn it. I wiggled the wire a little and just the controller spazzes out. Give me up. There we go. Let's get the stuff here. Honestly, Jam, I'm surprised you're still here. You were quiet for a while. So either good restraint on you, or where the hell have you been? Yeah, I've been chilling. That's fair. $143. I think there's only a total of 150 stars, so the fact we missed 7 is pretty... I mean, like, I've been running around trying to make sure, like, I haven't missed anything. There's stuff over here. Nope. Man, the wolf just there watching the fox parkour around. It's like, what the fuck is happening? We gotta find these stars. Call me Nemesis, because I want them. Dude, what is...
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore.
Nah.
She did the only thing she was capable of.
Fucking around and find
Moving
it.
forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him
Muffins.
more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, If it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
Nothing. Alright, so okay. With my head bowed, I will approach the devlog. Almighty developer.
Obviously, this is a really emotional part, but I'm going to talk through it anyway. A lot of people correctly identify that Journey was like a huge inspiration for the first tree. And this part, it is like a callback to that part where you're climbing up the mountain with your friend you don't know, and it just gets snowier and snowier, and you just keep going, and then eventually you collapse. And that made a huge impact on me. And I don't even own a PlayStation 3 or 4. I rented a PlayStation from like a rent-a-center right after completing Home is Where One Starts, just because I'd heard so much about it. And everyone was right. It was a very impactful game, and it definitely inspired the first tree.
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
Glad to know we have Rachel's love. And my soap. And my axe. And your dead brother. I feel like we might have missed the trigger for any of that. Either that or we're doing this correctly. This is... feels a little weird. Keep going to the tree. Alright. First tree waits to gently ask there's one last message the fox wants to tell Sheldon. She replies back and says, is it proportional to the amount of... It's proportional to the amount of stars you've got. Okay. What do we want to say? Alright. I think that's an interesting mechanic, like, depending on how much you get. That depends on how much you can send. Actually, now I want to do a playthrough where you collect no stars and see if they'll give you any...
Guess our journey was over. But I have no idea.
any characters.
It's only a dream. Distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Now, the game isn't over just yet. We do have a little bit more. Like the game director was alluding to, we have the epilogue. Here we got Rachel doing her thing.
You're probably thinking, what is going on? And that was definitely my intention for this epilogue part of the first tree. This is my favorite part. This is the part I'm most proud of. And it definitely, it's supposed to evoke this, what is going on? Where am I? I was not expecting this. When I was marketing and blogging about making the game, I never showed anyone this part. I never told anyone. I never shared screenshots. I wanted it to be a complete surprise. And I also wanted it to feel a little creepy because it's totally inspired by those nights where you wake up in the middle of the night and you can just hear the sounds of the wind outside the house and you can't sleep. So you walk around in this twilight stupor. And I would say the whole first part of this game where you play as the fox, its whole purpose is to set up for this conclusion. So yeah, I would encourage you to look around and see how many things you recognize from the earlier part of the game.
Baby's room. The Babby's room. Huh, it's weird. So it looks like the mirror's bugged.
I tried hard to foreshadow this epilogue just because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I didn't want it to feel too out of place that it would be humorous. And so Joseph, earlier in the game, he would say things like, I felt like I was right behind the fox the whole time. In my mind, the camera perspective acts as a metaphor for who the player is, what they're seeing, if the camera represents Joseph, or just like that video game trope of having the camera follow you. I guess the big question I wanted the player to ask themselves, is this a dream as well? And if so, does that even matter?
You're right, it doesn't. Ooh. Hey, one of the birdhouse. This is cool. Well, let's head back and actually get on the main path. It's like, why don't we check and see if the name is actually over here? I've got no clue. I think I stumbled into doing the right thing. I love it when I do that.
What the hell?
Let's go.
I purposefully fade out the crosshair in the middle of the screen because I wanted it to be a direct callback to the camera following the fox in the first 5 levels of the first tree. I wanted it to go for that gut reaction that this was very familiar, yet totally in a different world.
Well, you succeeded in doing that. I'm like looking at the trees. Ooh, go to the butterflies to see if any of them could realistically have Joseph on them. It's a devlog.
Thank you for making it to the end of my game, and I hope you enjoy the personalized message that is featured on the trunk of this tree. It's a message submitted by another player that's retrieved from a database, and it's retrieved at random. And I did this because I wanted people, even if they feel alone through trials of death, that there is a community, an invisible community supporting each other. So thanks for playing.
That no matter how bad the road traveled gets, you must always keep your head held high and keep moving forward. Oh shit, I'm joining the afterlife. Holy shit. Only I can ruin a sentimental ending. Oh, frick. Lowercase notes, the first message to bears, you are memory is so good. Well, I would say that was a fabulous game. The good ending, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it is $10. It is $10. But I will say, yeah, it's worth it. It is very worth it. Very much. Huh. I'm trying to think what to do next, you know? Maybe Dead by Daylight? Maybe. Huh. So each of the 5 levels have their own name. So first one is Lavender Mountains, second is Chartreuse Plains, third is the Emerald Forest, fourth is the Amber Shores, and fifth, as was said, was the Jade Valley. Alright. Well, I think. Hmm. What I think. I think why don't we do some Valorant? Why don't we do some Valorant? Because we haven't done Valorant while I've been back. You know? The well, actually, we'll do it if it's fucking updated. If it hasn't updated, then maybe Dead by Daylight. Yep, it's updated. All right, let's do it. Valorant. First and foremost, though, I'm gonna take a fast break just cause, yeah, might as well do it. So I will be back shortly. I'm back. Let's do this. Wait, gameplay's not correct. That's fun. That's fun. Luger, Sean Swan, wifey. All right, let's run it, people. Oh no, what are we oh knowing? Did I check my night market? Oh yeah, I hate my night market. It's terrible. Nothing, don't worry. Okay, I won't. I'll worry about not worrying. Should I be worrying? Give me raise. Fuck. Ah, shit. Nice work. Nice work, Happy. How's it going, you guys?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
Ah, pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for asking. I wonder if this guy realizes that I kind of took Raze. Galestar VT. Is that a Twitcher? Galestar VT. It is. I'm very tempted to expose them live on air. Because they're a few followers behind me. They're not that far behind me. Let's give him a shout out. Let's give him a shout out. Galestar VT. Life is strange. All right. Let's run it. Let us run it. Jam, Necrodemon, who I don't even think is here, and then Raptor, who I think is offline. Okay, Jam, I said you're here. I'm saying everyone... I didn't say anything discrediting you from being here. Just checking. Well, I'm gonna need your support. I'm gonna need all your support. How many responses do we have for the mod application? Is it still? It's still just one. God damn. Oh my god. When will we get more? When will we get more? Oh my god. Whose Wi-Fi is this shit? Could be mine, considering the fact I am trying to use my laptop as well, and it is crashing. Correct.
Spike rush.
Nope.
We blossom
wavers in strong wind. Yet I am no flower.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to lose this, to be honest. Not that I'm gonna throw, but you know.
What the heck, Chamber?
Damn. Get him, Carl.
Go get him. Grenade!
See.
There. Ciao.
Got one.
Enemy in attack.
One enemy remaining.
Sage, I could use some healing.
Healing you.
Thank you.
Bruh. There's C. Though. Plenty.
Satchel out.
Launching smoke. Spike planted.
Grenade.
Molly.
Still in sight.
Imagine. 90. He's hit 90. He's in the back. Yeah, nice work.
Oh,
Oh shit, Reyna.
I got the Yamcha pose. Look at me.
Damn. Damn.
Not the boon you hoped for.
Feels good, doesn't it? Now do it again.
Hey Sage, can I ask an honest question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
One of the people I'm in VC with is asking if you're the same person as the content creator, Gale Star.
Ghost.
That depends what content creator they're talking about.
The Twitch streamer, they just did like Life is Strange.
Yes. What the heck? Yeah. Hi.
They said
Wait,
they're
what
they're
happened?
mainly a lurker, so you probably haven't heard from them.
That's so crazy. Tell me say hi.
Will do.
Spike planted.
Said person is me just bullshitting. Said person is me just
81
like
on raise.
One enemy remaining.
ooh, good shots. I am just someone who like just I enjoy giving people a little recognition, you know?
Molly.
Any chance they're looking from spawn?
Possibly.
Last player standing.
Chamber,
No,
no.
Nice eyebrow.
I tried to teleport. That's my bad. I thought I.
It's fine.
Last round in the half.
Should we just call knives for this, or do we actually want to play this out?
No, we played out. We played
Every
out.
time I've called knives,
Yo,
I've
guys,
been-
I'm super close to having my ult ready. This is gonna be so handy.
Double
Yeah,
up.
that'll be really handy for the op
You
round.
should check out Ghost Star if you haven't. You should. She
No,
does great
no.
art.
Shut up.
She's drew me like with like a chain on my neck, and it was pretty cool.
What?
Enemy cutting their vision.
I'm coming to get you.
I'm dead.
I choose you, Carl.
Get him.
I got 116 on raise. Oh, good try, Chamber.
Why am I playing Chamber?
Because you chose him. I blame you.
Spike planted.
They're harassing me, dog.
Damn.
Dog, if you revive me again, I'm gonna stream.
I'm right in their spawn. I'm right over there.
Your duty
Oh.
is not over.
Dog, look at my KD, bro.
Last player standing.
Nice. Welcome to the obstacle course. Ah, good try. Ay.
Switching sides.
Dude, my KD, I'm not. At this point, just report me for throwing at this point. You know, I'm throwing.
Nah,
my
I've
Evo.
played worse. I've played worse. I've gone 1-7 in the first half before.
I was
I can't believe
eating,
you're throwing my spike low.
dude, I was eating a whole full fucking flatbread with like chicken in there.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm like, "Urgh!" I couldn't speak. And it made me burp
I
after
did it
that.
out of spite. as like causing
Fully
problems.
smoked. Dim beacon
That
down.
sounds about right. Nah, I'm coming after you. Give me that heal.
Still in sight.
Killjoy 78 up top.
My ult ready.
I got 85 on Sova, 29 on Fade.
One enemy remaining.
Good shot.
Well, I know that here, right here.
Ooh, nice work.
Quick break.
Oh, I said that in game. Oops.
Chamber,
Yo, let's go.
Chamber, why are you throwing your credit card at
Your
them?
hearts are pounding.
I'm trying to, since like
Yo, we got
That's
Elliot.
the spikers you love.
I'm gonna come back, bro. Look at my
We got
KD.
Elliot.
abilities to like.
They need to buy coaching.
Yeah. They need to buy some coaching the way they're playing.
That's crazy.
Let's go, Elliot. Oh, I nearly just ate that. Really?
Fully smoked. Dim beacon down.
Fuck. I got one tapped.
Adieu.
Nice.
Last player standing.
That's 3. My ult is ready. They are so dead.
Oh, you saw one. You saw one. One's behind you.
No.
Why didn't you
Nice try.
move?
I don't know. Oh my gosh. That could have been really cool
Match
though.
point.
It coulda. It coulda.
That should be enough. Yes.
It's all part of the plan.
Let's start this party.
Let's do this. Ooh. Right to the face. You mind not calling?
Face your fear!
Tag KJ?
Enemy spotted.
Sova's still on C.
I got 140 on KJ.
Seconds left.
Nice.
Fuck this shit. I'm going on the other side.
Alright. Just remember, KJ is a one tap for
Last
anything.
player standing.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Raze was at A.
Right planet. My ult ready.
They will cower!
Oh, they probably got this. Probably. Probably. Waterfall?
Oh, they're both pushing it.
Waterfall. You got this.
One enemy remaining.
Run, run, run. Nice work.
I still live.
Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah, thanks.
Sudden
You know,
death.
Anyone
you
want
know,
trade?
Done here.
I want trade. Give me gun. Thank you. Oh, okay. You know, never mind. I want this gun. Take it back. I don't want it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hair. You don't need to take his nasty gun.
No, that gun had like a nasty, like red, like figure. I don't want it. It's like the buddy was weird.
What's wrong with my buddy?
The riot buddy?
Yeah. You got a problem with it?
Because I also have one. That's what I was like. Oh no, I died.
Oh my gosh. Well.
I thought it was just funny. I always like to see like the new buddies. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm starting to see my
Well.
buddy a little bit.
Oh.
Well,
And then it's on Ryan. I was like, oh.
Wait, hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Never
Come here.
mind.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
I love your gun though. Congrats
Yo,
on the buddy
thank
too,
you.
by the way.
Ow. 74 on KJ.
Face your fear!
30 seconds.
Let's do this. Thank
I
you.
see how it is.
So what I miss? Here comes the party!
That's the plan. Oh my. Okay. Good luck. Good luck.
They're on site.
On my way.
Last player standing.
No.
That whore.
Grenade!
Sorry, excuse my language.
Can someone ping it?
The ping is there.
Shit. Oh.
It's okay. GG's.
GG's. GG. Have a good rest of your night.
Defenders win.
Yeah, you too.
GG's. I'm live on. Oh, you're also like. Okay, that's hi.
That okay. First match back. Not bad. Not bad. Not good. Not good as well, but it's better than nothing. And MVP. Fucking. Was it Boxmac? All right. Let me get some Boxmac in here. Shout out. Survived Valorant by the skin of their teeth. Impressive. I too seeked. Ah, damn. Holy shit. 15-4. That race took no prisoners. That's my laptop. I thought that was like some water. That was weird. Let's see what's getting this to run so hot. That's weird. Alright. That was incredibly weird. Alright, let's keep moving. Shut. Alright, let's move.
Match
LLZ,
found.
Oliva. Bind. My favorite map, or at least one of them.
No, hello?
Pickle juice.
Hola.
Pickle juice.
Hola.
How you all doing?
Doing good, how are you?
Doing alright, drinking a bit.
Alright, that's good, that's good.
I'm
can
in
nev-
this guy.
You can never be too sober.
That sounds like an issue. Why are you in this guy?
Because I'm high.
Nice. That's
Huh.
better.
What did you think I meant?
I don't know.
You were in like the stratosphere or something.
Definite
I think
possibility.
You're losing your mind.
You playing from an
Oh,
airplane?
I wish.
She's on Air Force One. I know it.
Oh,
100%. We
damn.
have everything up here, from cookies to cake to
Yo, cookies?
carrots.
Hey,
and beans.
Boxmac, thanks for joining the apocalypse. How are you doing?
You make me hungry.
My bad.
I mean, I got both of you with and Gale Star. How are you doing?
Yeah, we have
Thank you for
pizza
joining the
here.
apocalypse.
We're having it here. Want some?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Manager.
Gecko.
Holy shit. Ah, I see. So, I look over and it's like, oh yeah, why don't I quickly see what... Goddamn, Boxmac. Goddamn. 4,000 followers, 84 viewers. Jesus fucking Christ. That is... Goddamn. God fucking
Spike
damn.
rush.
KO level with me. Is there anything you can't do out here?
Hi, hi. Hey, Gail. Welcome to the chat. Yeehaw, chucklefucks. Let's do this. How's your guys' night been? Come on.
Murder.
Nice.
Murder.
Endorsed murder.
My ult's ready.
Love your overlay. It's cute, sort of goofy. You're gonna have to be specific because I do kind of have. I'm not sure what part of the overlay you're talking about. I choose you, Carl.
Bomb buddy out.
Damn. Well, Carl made it safe. Oh my God! Thanks, Gecko.
One enemy remaining.
Someone's there.
Team Ace.
Yeehaw.
We're still breathing. Go get him.
I don't MS Paint.
As much as this
Murder.
I did it in Photoshop, but thank you.
Team Ace.
Team Ace. I just have shit.
I'm good.
I am just shit at drawing digital.
Take it.
But thank you. It's not supposed to be MS Paint.
You're bold
Thank
going
you.
with no gun.
She's just gonna stare at him.
Ooh. Hope you want some healing. Neon's heading to you guys. Should I plant over here?
Probably.
Alright.
I'm scared to look away.
Okay.
Spike planted. Target spotted. Grenade.
Someone's coming elbow. Heads up, Gecko.
Enemy B. B. Reloading.
Last player standing.
Behind us. Coming from long.
Dizzy's up.
Ah, good try. That sucked. I got caught with my pants down. Hey. Come on, next time. We got it.
Last round before the
Fuck.
That Raze has some good invincibles.
God damn it.
Would
Fuck the
love
op.
to pick them apart.
Fuck the operator. Alright. Alright. Hey, Jam, you still with me?
Kidnap?
Jam?
I fired that.
Oh, that didn't work. Max said that you should take a look at his art. Alright, let me open up. I mean, I don't know what specific piece of art we're talking about. Are we talking about the maid outfit he's wearing?
That might be one of my least favorite heroes.
Yeah, fans.
Sorry, gonna be more use.
She pulls out the picture and I start getting worried.
Switching sides.
What piece? What art are you
Why is she
specifically
fingering me? I don't like it.
Like,
Pickle juice?
do I go to his Twitter?
I don't like being fingered.
Or should I go to his? I told him about our exchange with the overlays. I will say.
Ukulele.
I don't know what kind of art
No escape.
you're talking about. I mean, his looks kind of professional. I mean, he's also got quite a fair amount of followers, so.
Got him.
Yeah, of course it's gonna be professional.
I got a few in it.
On my way.
Target spotted.
Yo, what the fuck was that trigger finger? Gecko, that did not seem real, right? You fired that shit like it was automatic.
I can't bounce you over, unfortunately,
Spike
right
planted.
Satchel out.
Last player
Shit,
standing.
I got 70 on Sage. Fuck. I am messing up so badly. What is my luck tonight?
How did you?
Good trade.
Huh?
I don't fucking know.
Good trade. Listen,
What the
listen.
hell?
It was an act of
Match
God.
point.
It was an act of God.
There's no
It's
need
making
for the
no sense.
enemy to suffer.
Omen's
That's
got the trigger
bullshit.
finger of a
The
fucking-
bodyguard
Did I
failed
fucking
horribly. The
shoot
target's
under her
still
fucking
dead.
armpit?
Wait,
Shot
what was
under.
that about an armpit?
I shot under her armpit to kill fucking Reyna, apparently.
No, bad.
Dizzy's up top. Somebody's there.
Me,
Trash is ready.
Out of this.
Bomb buddy out.
Get him, Carl.
I'm gonna tie a new server.
Oh,
63 on Sage. I fucking give up, man.
welcome to my world.
I mean, I got double Kurt Cobain by the other person.
Spike planted.
Sprint away.
Got to moonwalk out. Whoever the person said they were. Could you let them know that? Yeah, we'll do.
Get him, wingman.
Can I be honest with you, Gale? Shit.
Last
Fuck.
player standing.
God damn it.
Oh shit.
God.
Attackers
GG,
win.
guys.
GG's.
Yeah, GG.
God. Fucking damn it. Wait, when the hell did I... Apparently, I already have some Boxmac shit. Apparently, I do have some shit from Boxmac. I was like, damn, I did not realize. I must have run into him before. Wait, anyway. Gale, can I be completely honest with you? Actually, should I be completely honest? Yes, I'll be completely honest. Okay, so I didn't do horrible. Gale must be in, like... Alright, I think Gale's probably just in a match at the current moment. That's why... Yeah. Oh wait, Jam's out! When did Jammin leave? Huh. Huh. Well. Whale. Did you look me up? Because Max said that lol. I saw VT and was like, huh, what are the odds? What are the fucking odds this person is A Twitch streamer, and B, also a VTuber? And then I checked both boxes with a quick thing. Yes, I'm a bit of a scumbag. However, also just saying like, yeah, I looked you up for the first time. Rather than, oh yeah, someone in here knows you. Technically, the latter goes over better with other people. Rather than saying, oh, I looked you up. I've found that it goes over a lot better with streamers. And it's like, oh yeah, you know someone who knows me. It's by osmosis and all that shit. Ugh. Well, still, it's better than just getting verbally berated by a streamer. It's better than getting verbally berated by a streamer. Alright, so if I go to... I'm going to check Boxmax's Twitter for the VTuber villain arc. Damn, ain't that the truth?
Match found.
Art. I'm looking for art. Where is the art?
Hello.
Howdy, hello. We can't find the art.
Y'all ready to win?
Hell yeah.
I sure am. Sure am.
Where's the art, Boxmac?
Can I get a yeehaw?
Yeehaw.
Aw ye.
Aw ye. Yee.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Me going to my second rodeo.
Oh shit.
Damn, where are the art? Me looking at Box, it's his Twitter and media. You should hopefully. Wait, are you a content? I'm looking at. So this is from August 13th on Boxmax's Twitter. Are you a content creator looking to grow your presence on TikTok and YouTube Shorts? What if I set up a meeting to share some tips and tricks that have worked for me?
Show them.
Yes, honestly, I think I would love to talk to Boxmac regarding some strategies. Because it's also like, yeah, I go back to working, though much love. Alright, bye for now, Gale. Best of luck with your games. Maybe I should like contact them. Maybe I should contact them and say, hey, you met with me, talked to my chat briefly.
Spike planted.
Nice shot. Oh, by the way, he's super open about that stuff. He's got a Discord server. Damn, I also got a Discord server. What are the chances? No, I'm kidding. I'll have to contact him. Ooh.
Grenade!
One enemy
No.
remaining. Last player standing.
My bad.
Carl.
Get him.
Nice.
Yeehaw.
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 This one is
Especially for how to grow your community and what time to post content and that sort of stuff. Huh. Huh. I will have to check that out. I will. Okay, yeah. Someone's gonna need to remind me to fucking get into Boxmax's server. Yeah. How? Honestly, if he wants tips, I could 100% give tips on how to be awkward when communicating with content creators. I enjoy shooting myself in the foot, if you couldn't tell.
I hit
That's not very yeehaw.
It sure ain't. It sure ain't.
Ready. I'm out of here. Bomb buddy out.
You got this, Neon.
Last player standing.
Grenade!
Damn. Well.
Last round in the
Fuck. Stop giving me the op. Stop giving me the op game. Come on. I'm starting to think Riot hates me for some reason.
Vamos, gente!
Yeehaw.
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 Here comes the party!
Really? None of that. Get him. $97 on Clove.
Whatever.
I got 97 on Clove.
Spike planted.
Yeehaw. Shit.
Last player standing.
You know, these rats are gonna get chinned.
That could have been bad.
Oh!
Oh.
I
Damn.
fear I viewed my last one.
Switching sides.
That wasn't very ha-ye of them.
They're going
You
to
don't
scatter
need
for
your
good.
last
Super easy to
hole.
pick off.
What?
I said what I said.
I heard you little asshole in a very thick country accent.
I'm weak.
That's not what she said.
Yeah,
I
said
hope
you
it
done
wasn't.
Yeed? Your last
Ow.
hole.
Ow.
Enemy spotted A.
Can I get a res?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
All
I
right.
got you. I got you.
Alright, alright.
Stopping fire. Breaking them.
Last player standing.
Go.
No! That's not very ha-ye of them.
Match point.
Yo, let's go fucking
What do you learn
Elliot.
by
Let's
fighting
go Elliot.
ourselves?
Elliot. 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 Let's do this.
Let's run it
right
down.
up in there.
Oh!
Too slow.
Nice.
I'm gonna do it again. Never
Brilliant.
mind.
Wow, that was wonderful. That was actually amazing.
Appreciate you.
It's a shame we can't get on his body and cross over.
Coming from sewers.
I'm sorry. You said what about my body?
Oh.
You don't want me to get on
Ow.
my body? What?
Yeah, use it as a safe bridge, you know?
Oh,
I ain't no bridge.
well.
Yeah, because we couldn't get to you.
Nah, I was built for better things than being a bridge.
A wall.
Bridge.
To the window.
Not no wall
To the wall.
So the sweat drips down your what?
Balls.
My balls.
And all the what does what?
I don't know that
30
part. I ain't
seconds
gonna-
left.
I'm just gonna keep it a
I do,
stack.
but yeah, I can't say it.
It's not very PG-13.
Spike planted. Dropping smokes.
Alright. Hmm? Oh,
One enemy remaining.
nice shot. Hey, we're still in this bitch.
Nicely done, team.
The 6 plus 2? Hey, we ate that up.
Yous don't get
Yo,
any
M1 grand, let's go.
I'll eat them all up.
Go.
My big bag.
Oh.
Big
And
bag,
I haven't
big
eaten
bag.
yet.
Yeah,
Have you
crazy.
tried getting some food?
I'm gonna eat these boys up first.
Actually, Happy Apocalypse.
Hmm.
Are you a streamer?
Joke's over! You're dead!
I do content creation here and there.
I see.
Here we go.
You one of those TikTokers? Making
No.
those TikToks?
No,
You one of those YouTubers? Making those tubes?
here and there.
I see you.
Never give them a straight answer.
I see you. for what
That's
you
rule
are.
number 1.
Enemy spotted A.
Help! Help!
One enemy remaining.
Help. What a win.
Sudden death.
Anyone want to trade?
What a win. I'll take it.
You gonna drop or you gonna? All right.
Why would I drop my gun
Because you were standing right over it.
if he already took it?
Well, there was a gun on the ground.
I don't want his gun.
No one want that
Damn.
leg.
You just gonna take this jet? Or neon or whatever?
I'm gonna take it.
Dropping smoke.
All right.
Hello, degrading your day, don't ruin it.
Reloading. Bomb buddy out. Watch out. Enemy A.
Last player standing.
Joke's
All
over!
right, now.
You're dead!
Show 'em why.
Phoenix is heaven. Nice. No, good try, good try.
Defenders win.
Alright, y'all have a good night.
You as well. Fuck, that got close. Oh my god. Are we having a red carpet night? Is this a red carpet night? Where's my career? Saiku VT. Hey, Astro Witch, thanks for joining the Apocalypse. How are you doing? GG's from Clove. Hey, nice. Shit, what was I gonna do? Okay. Go to scoreboard. Huh. You know, what were the odds? What were the odds? Saiku. VT. Oh, they're kind of. Well, I can't think. They resemble Wukong. They resemble at least the not My Hero Academia character, but it's more closer to kind of like a cartoonized. Why can't like a illustrated version of Sun Wukong? Yeah. Watch in amazement as I just continuously bumble and fuck my new boxers. that. Okay, so we're gonna have to slide this. Sorry, I'm just doing a little management on my end. Doing that. That's where I know him from. He's also in Oki's server. He's with Okie Dokie. I said August 13th. Man, this is... You join my stream for a few minutes and it's like, what the hell? Why is this guy just not in the game? It's because I'm trying to... I said I was going to do something and then I fucking forgot. Copy and delete. Guest. Okay. Save that. Alright. Run it back. Wait, what was I gonna... Yes, that's what I was... Check career. Are we having a red carpet night? Oh my god, we're having a red carpet night. That is just what the doctor fucking forgot to order. A red carpet night. Let's get some wins. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, entities of all shapes and sizes. Let's keep this going. Don't get all night. Let's get this. Let's get this going. We're gamers, man. That's how we do it. Yep. Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck up. 1 second. All eyes here.
Match found.
We're at 51. Someone's a goddamn rat. Someone's a goddamn rat. Oh. How's everyone doing tonight?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. You?
Nothing much.
Cool, cool. Who is the rat? Who's the fucking rat? Huh. That's peculiar. That is very peculiar. So my Twitch stats say I only have 533 followers. but I've gotten 3 followers so far this stream, to my knowledge, and I started off with 551. So someone just unfollowed. Someone's a rat. Someone's a fucking rat. Labia. I degrade women. Oh boy, that's a strong name.
Spike rush.
All right.
Raze, remember, this is a covert mission. At least try not to give us away.
Let's do it. Icebox.
My arm's ready.
Nice.
Jet's grounded.
Got my kill. Though it really doesn't count.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Ah, good try. I got the AFK one, not that it mattered.
Continue to give us vision, Sova.
Time to jump.
Enemy spotted B.
That's not ideal.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted decoy. Shock dart.
Grenade!
One enemy remaining.
Oh, he's got gold gun. Watch out.
Barrier created.
Last player standing.
Out of charges.
This is.
Nowhere to run!
Oh shit. Good try, man. That. Oh, that wasn't even. Looks like the red carpet keeps going.
Last round before the switch.
Hey, Creamsicle. Hey, little buddy. How's it going? This is my emotional support mouse. His name is Creamskull. Or their name is Creamskull. And they're gonna blow some shit up.
Standing ahead.
Got one. My ult's ready.
Come on,
You
test
will
me.
not kill my ally.
Shit.
Enemy
One's in
spotted.
tunnel.
That's a good.
Hey. Hey, I got cocky.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
Nice shot. So, I wonder if yours realizes he's got all, and it's also last round and a half.
One enemy remaining.
I'll handle it. Here.
And here we
30 seconds left.
Nice shot.
Now get out. Not bad.
Switching sides.
All right, let's run it.
The winds shift in our favor.
Here. Cutting through.
Oh.
Many enemies mid.
Yeah, I'm gonna back off. I'm just gonna back off a little bit.
Go get him.
Alright, Carl. Hopefully you hit something. What the fuck? 92 on Neon. She's got gold gun. Don't let her ace. Don't let her ace.
Last player standing.
Don't let her fucking guys.
Match point.
Okay, I only have like 78
We have got
grenades
next
left.
to no
Hopefully that's
callouts. What the fuck?
Reloading.
Jump them.
Yep, Snowman's been taken
Fine,
care of.
I'm pissed.
Anyone else?
Satchel out.
No.
My ult is ready.
I'm gonna plant over an A. Okay.
Spike planted.
And I hear no response.
Last player standing.
69 on Clove. She's back of it. Oh my god.
Defenders win.
Can we get it? Can we break the red carpet? Can we break the motherfucking red carpet? Sage, you did next to nothing. What the fuck? Hey, let's get the red carpet. We need to fix this red carpet. What the hell? Bulletproof armor.
Match found.
Yeah, trash can's really gonna be bulletproof there, mate. Never called Abyss until Abyss was Abyss to me. Big gay mama syrup. Zanza crazy player 5. How's everyone doing tonight?
Yes, I'm pumped.
I'm alive. I'm kind of like craving cake right now. I probably don't sound like I'm alive. My bad.
Nah, you're plenty alive. You're more alive than my last team.
I'm just saying. I wanted to talk to you so you didn't feel like you were alone and talking.
Ah, well.
What's up, brother?
Yo.
Hello.
Why are you like revving like a motorcycle?
I actually identify as a.
He's playing He's playing Valorant Mobile. The local femboy. All right. We're gonna end on a win, cause it's getting late, and I need to correct my sleep schedule. So this is far from ideal. Let's get a win. Come on. Well, isn't this exhilarating content? This is wee.
Spike rush.
Jeez.
Ah, Radianite. We meet again.
What I was going to say was he's playing on Valorant Mobile. And everyone went quiet.
Show me a target. Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
Bomb buddy out.
Multiple enemies mid.
Reloading. Satchel out. Satchel out. Grenade.
Come on.
Get out of here.
Fine.
Reloading. Enemy spotted. Next.
No.
Placing wall trap. Enemy spotted. A. Enemy spotted A.
Ooh.
Grenade. Ready for me.
One enemy remaining.
Let's do this.
4. My ult
Yeah,
ready.
nice raise.
Ah, I couldn't escape. Thank you.
Good shit, brother. Good shit.
I'm on a losing streak. I need to pull some shit out of my ass.
Carry that weight.
Hey. Hey, Carl got some hits. That is a big pog moment.
You are powerless.
Try again.
Satchel out. Grenade. Oh.
Bamboozled.
One enemy remaining.
I'm as blind as a mouse.
Good round.
Satchel out. Loaded.
Good shit,
Last
guys.
round in the
We
half.
got this.
Simple and clean. Well done.
The losing streak ends right now.
That's what I'm hoping. But I can't get too cocky, you know?
Through the calm,
I
see.
can. Fuck that
Through the
shit.
storm, I fight.
Well,
You want to play? Let's play.
I can't wait to die to this chamber ult.
Wall raised.
Planted. Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted. Sniper squad.
Here comes the party.
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
hey, thanks for picking it up, ISO.
Good hit.
Wait, ISO, just trap him. ISO, just trap him. You know where he is.
No distractions.
Nice. Hey.
Let's go.
Switching sides.
Let's fucking go.
Match point.
Let's go.
Here.
Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Have you ever had that like one nostril that's like super itchy and
Yes.
there's nothing you can do about it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had it happen to both?
Yes.
And then you just feel
it
like
sucks.
you like it's so annoying.
Can I ask a
So,
similar question? Or actually, it's just a question. What the hell is mama syrup?
Oh,
People,
you know.
like they call me mom. There's like a cute little syrup bottle on Google.
Ah, okay.
Spike planted.
And I just said, oh wait, that's really cute because I was on a Steam account, right? And I was like, I guess I can just make a side name. Because I didn't know what to name myself. I wanted to see something cute.
I wasn't sure if it was an innuendo or not. That's why I was checking. Also, 55
like it
on
would be.
Neon.
I was sweating.
GG's.
Hey, yo,
Defenders
GG's, guys.
win.
You guys are fantastic.
You as well.
Well done.
Woo! Ah, oh my back. Oh my back. Damn. Honestly, TTV. Let's see if are they currently live? MG FUL UR. Murgafor. No. Last live 3 months ago. Okay. Oh. Who is live? You know, why don't we send you guys to Retired Goth Dad, since he's got a humble little community, and I'm sure he would be more than happy to have you guys for the rest of the night. Alright. Because I'm tired. I should be getting to bed. Alright. Let's raid. Let's raid, everybody. Get on your raid. Game faces, raid faces, everything. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, entities of all shapes and sizes. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Have a great rest of your night. Bye for now.